Alright, hello everyone, we're back. Before I start this episode, I would like to give a few notes. I've actually finished the game already, in past Vrociel, but the recording that I did got corrupted, so I had to record everything all over again, which is, starting now. Also, a side note, do you see this? Doraemon. Huh. Weird memes. Also, you might have realized, but we're a ghost already. And, there's a few numbers here. Probably want to call my boyfriend, maybe. But yeah, I actually know everything about the game's story and all of that, so I'll explain bit by bit, so you guys won't get spoiled from the beginning about what the game actually is. So, first things first, we're in the auditorium. Looks kinda shambled. You guys will figure that out later. Let's go inside here. So yeah, I recorded like an hour of footage and all of that just disappears like poof. I'm kind of upset about it, but hey, it's fine. Wow, spooky. Alright, so we have a black silhouette here. What does it mean? We do not know. Our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you, yet you are not me. It's the sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul. In a world full of pain and suffering. Fang raised Shin. What do you fear the most? Like whatever she just said was really important. Let me try to put it in simplicity. Right now we're ghosts, so we're wandering around this realm of death, something, so this is another me in another time, probably, not sure, but so I got three options here. I would like to choose this, losing myself. Believe that we are all born free, eager to walk on your own path, and afraid of losing yourself. You are me. So yeah, now we changed places, so now I'm this person instead of this one. And yeah, we're in this weird ass dimension. Okay, first things first. Let's get the hell out of here. So, it might be very confusing to everyone right now, but rest assured, I'll explain as they happen. But right, there are actually a few endings to this game, and I'm just gonna do the best one, like the best ending that we can achieve, because I'm a tad bit lazy to, do all of the endings, so I'll just do the best one. So right now we're wandering the realm of death as a ghost, and we can see that weird old dude. We'll find out who he is later. The bonfire of hope is almost depleted, diminishing in the wind. Alright, so we have Miss Yin here, the teacher, and a bunch of students. I wonder why. Some of the book contents might conflict with your everyday thoughts, but this material will help you engage in reflective and independent thinking. Well, let's call it a day. So you guys must be, I do want to remind you all again, to never mention the book club to anyone else, for that might put yourself and others in great danger. And way I'd like to ask you a favor. Yes, Miss Yin, is it about the new books? I've already given the list to Mr. Chang. He said the shipping company won't help us anymore, but he'll figure something out. The government is enforcing restrictions on all imports. Soon the book club might come to an end. Dots. Miss Yin, why are things like this? Tell me. I'm sorry, waiters. Nothing I can do either. Oh, just one more thing before you go. Mr. Chang never brought us any of those books in the first place, right? Huh, I know I can always count on you. Yeah, so that scene that you just saw, These people are freedom fighters because in 1960s in Taiwan there was this martial law and lots of propaganda. If you catch my drift. Edit the journal. Okay, return home, blah blah blah, half a century in exile, blacklisted to return home for burial. During the period of martial law, Miss In Sui Han was a wanted political fugitive. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. She traveled the world fighting for human rights and freedom of expression but unfortunately died of lung cancer at the age of 50. Her last wish was to be able to return to her hometown. Now this wish can be achieved with the lifting of martial law. So these people who are reading the books, they're trying to, widen their perspective. Because all of that propaganda shit and all that, I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense of what I've gathered from playing this game. So, those books that they're reading are kind of illegal because, they make them. They tell the truth in summary. So, but what these guys, the government wants to do is just control the people. By not giving them all the information that's needed. So we see lots of cool animations here, broken bridge, and this white silhouette. I'm gonna talk to her. The way forward is the path to your past. However, the road ahead has crumbled. Lead me anywhere and I will follow you like a shadow. So yeah, we're in a different dimension now. Probably in the realm of death. The other one was realm of light? Hell, I don't know. So right, you can see that the shadow is following us. This is actually a puzzle, and I'll teach you how to solve it. The sliding door is wrapped in barbed wires, so you guys can remember we're going through our past right now. Roaming as a ghost. So, man, this game. Alright, so we got another one of us here. Who can be calling at a time like this? Yeah, that was the phone part in the beginning. So this is how we solve the puzzle. Just go inside here. And we walk back to this black silhouette and continue. Remember when you enrolled, so full of passion, participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then things take a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. So you chose to escape, to turn a blind eye, or grim acceptance. I chose to escape. The world is immeasurably vast. There is always a place to hide. You are me. And I am you. We are happy family. No, I'm just kidding. This place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. So, right, these guys, they were reading some illegal books, so now they're burning it. Remember to thoroughly destroy each book and add the spirit money to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages or else this would be for naught. Hey, Wei. You're closer with Miss Yin. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight, is that true? I'm not sure, she never said anything about leaving. Unlike Miss Yin, we don't have the connections to guide us to safety. Aren't you afraid? Well, actually, what bothers me the most is, do you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions, I'm as clueless as you. Let's just hurry up and finish this. We don't want to get caught. Right. A written verdict from court. A torn piece of the verdict. Chang Ming-hui, district-level educator, is found guilty with students Wei and others of collusion with communist forces. Chang Ming-hui is to be put to death after the court's ruling. Wei Chongting pleads guilty to affiliation with communist forces. Reading of prohibited texts with rebellious and corrupt thoughts will be sentenced to 15 years of jail time. So this is very important. The counselor, dead. Wei, 15 years of jail time. Because they were found out. But how? They mentioned something about a list being leaked. Remember when we had that list that looks like a gun but was actually a list? Yeah. We're gonna piece that together soon. Clean. Nice bathroom. The door is barred by a broom. There's a note on top of it. Snitcher. Dots. Remove the broom? Yeah. And of course, gravity isn't working in a place like this. Warped room. Here's some piano in the distance. Who is this old guy, I wonder? You guys will find out soon. There's a note entry. That time, in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word, because of fear, remorse, the reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. You'll see what this note means later, if you haven't found out already. Where are we now? Right here. There's an altar for praying. You feel blessed. Great. It's great. There's a note on card. Yeah, another one of our past selves. Boop. Boop. Turning on the light, let's talk to her. Yeah, all of these are just puzzles, really. Oh, right. Here we go. And then we talk to her again. I mean ourselves. Acting immediately on one's determination. This is the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Live a laid-back life, submit to one's fate. I want to take hold of my destiny. Anime style. That is a charming thought. So life has gained a goal. Next to him, you found yourself. You are me. So just going around the school again, in different dimensions. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Instructor by... Oh, right, my bad. This is the book list I mentioned before. I found it on our teacher's desk. Dots. Miss Fang, the country appreciates your assistance. So as you can see, we, aka Ray, ratted them out. Ratted the freedom fighters out. For some reason, we don't know. Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Quietly accept, calm indifference, or try to take them back? The instructor's sharp gaze was stifling. You steeled yourself and performed without hesitation. That one moment transforming into a pitiless patriot. Easier than you'd think, right? You are me. So we ratted them out. Why did we do that? I mean, we were in love with the counselor, right? But the counselor started ignoring us and I guess we fell into depression or something. And then we were in a broken home, which added, like, salt to the wound. Mom and dad was always fighting for this girl, and I suppose she did it out of hatred, probably. Or maybe she was just having a hard time, emotional breakdown. I don't know why did she do it. I don't know why we did it. Right. So, you might know who that is now, that guy that we keep running into, that middle-aged old man. Item received, yellowed paper plane. From the white deer to my white daffodil, fate holds us apart, so let us meet again in another life to our freedom. Open the door. Chang Minghui, you are suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, smuggling banned books, and organizing illegal gatherings. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Not resist on pain of death. Dots. Looks like it will be difficult to escape this time. Fine. Take my head so that I may join my brothers and sisters in death. Why? Aren't people born to live freely? Think openly, to speak their minds without restriction or fear. Freedom of belief, love, and self-realization. Being with you was a happiness of the simplest and purest kind. I couldn't help but think, when we could be hand in hand living an untroubled life. But in the end, this is only a fool's dream. I too am vain like daffodils, fixated on my grandiosity. The world is not ready for the likes of us.
海水先染上一河鲜血，只能如铁锈般凋零。
Right, so we're playing as this guy now. We have a notebook. Amnesty certificate. Certificate of amnesty. Wei Chung Ting. Type of pardon. Crime declared invalid. Amnesty. Thought I would rot in jail. I didn't expect to live past martial law. People say I'm a victim of politics. My crime was written off, but my youth is long past. Something lost can never be regained. Letters from home. A yellowed letter, my son Chong Ting, even though I witness sickness and death on a daily basis. This still fills my heart with grief. Your mother's disease was utterly untreatable. I can only hope she died without worry, without pain. A person's body can be physically locked up, but your mind is always free to go where it pleases. Baba hopes you can still get some peace of mind in this situation. Stay warm, stay safe. Your father, Chia Sin. Eventually, mother still passed away. Father didn't take it well and had to take a break from his clinic work. His written words were spirited and calming. They supported me during my darkest days. 15 years of my life were taken away by a piece of paper. I can still clearly remember when the military police came knocking and carried me off in front of my mother. Little did I know that was the last time I would see her face. After being released from jail, I haven't had any contact with Miss Yin. I couldn't believe it at first, but I heard she had passed away abroad due to lung cancer. Like with my mother, only after seeing her ashes with my own eyes was I able to realize I had lost a familiar part of my heart forever. It doesn't matter what I was feeling back then. Only pain and sadness remains. Right, you guys might have figured it out by now, but we are way after we were released from prison 15 years after. Wait a minute. There was supposed to be a lady here before, on the last time that I recorded it. She spoke of how Ray was actually a ghost who couldn't rest in peace and couldn't go to heaven, and kept wandering around the school as a ghost for all eternity. Probably because of what she did, you know, her sin. Her sin of, well, I might as well tell you right now. Her sin of taking her own life. From the notes that we read, it was subtle, but she took her own life because of the guilt. She was guilty that, so the credits playing while we're walking. So she was guilty that she ratted out her the freedom fighters and caused the death of her teacher lover, which was the counselor, and also caused her friend Wei to be in prison for 15 years. That guilt caused her to kill herself, and well, the underworld probably didn't like her very much. So she was forced to wander around the school for God knows how long has it been? Which was why we were playing as her in the beginning up until now. What we were doing, we were going through her adventure as a ghost in the realm of death, and yeah. So I think we're going down memory lane now with this guy because he just wants to go back to where it all started. Yeah, so as a ghost, she couldn't rest in peace and had to wander around purgatory for God knows how long. That was the game's premise. That was what we've been doing for the whole game. So this is our old table. Yeah, so we, like in the beginning, we used to talk like this both together. So as you can see, she's a ghost and she hasn't aged one bit because she's been stuck as a ghost. So that's it. That's game. I don't know if she ever found peace. But from the options we chose, I guess she did accept her fate. From what I can interpret at least, so let's just think positively and, let's just think that she did go to heaven after all. So, this was Detention. This game was a very story-heavy based driven game because it was revolved around the 1960 Taiwan martial law and all that jazz. The horror aspect was good as well, and the 2D side scroller, nothing new, but combined with all of the horror and Chinese theme stuff, it was pretty fun. So I liked this game. The story was good, everything was quite well planned out. So a heartfelt story about loss. I think Rei has it worse because she's trapped for all eternity. Even though Wei did lose all of his loved ones when he came out of prison after being in there for 15 years. He lost his mother, he lost his father, and Miss Yin, and his only friend. His friend that, ratted him out, which was Rei. I wish there was a happier ending to this game, but this is all we got. So yeah, as you can see, the title screen is now changed, and so that was Detention, a 1960s Taiwanese horror game made by Red Candle. That was one hell of a ride. It was a pretty short game, but it was fun nonetheless. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video, or whatever I make, or whatever series I'll be making. So, stay frosty, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about.